Here's Cairo Santos now ready to get this one started. And off we go from Soldier Field. Taken from about the 12. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Here comes the Ravens on offense, and the man in charge from Louisville, the former MVP, Lamar Jackson.
And he remains the league's premier rushing threat and one of the biggest playmakers among quarterbacks. His goal each and every season, continue to expand his game as a passer and become well-rounded. All those highlight reel plays you see, they come off the fact that he can run it, throw it, and scares defenses every time he takes a snap.
Play action. It's Jackson. They'll roll him out right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. The sack recorded. It's a loss of 5, and now it's second down.
If they have any thoughts of coming in here and getting this road victory, that's not the way to start it out on the first play of the game.
Yeah, one thing you always say when you go on the road, take the crowd out of the game. They actually brought the crowd into it by permitting that sack right out of the gate.
A situation they'll certainly want to avoid going forward. An early second and long they're facing.
Jackson on the give to Dobbins.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Just a 1-yard loss that time, but that's not what they needed. Now they're dealing with a 3rd and long.
Apparently this defense has come to play. A sack and a run stuff behind the line on the first 2 plays.
I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long. Throwing is Jackson. And that is incomplete.
Not the opening possession they were looking for, especially on the road.
No doubt about it, because they wanted to come out and establish a little momentum right away. But now bringing up a 4th down, an empty possession, not what they were seeking.
Here's Jordan Stout now.
Here's Jones on the return.
So a good punt, but a solid 12-yard return.
And the Bears take over. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time.
They'll be led out by a first-round pick back in 2021 from Ohio State. It's Justin Fields.
We're seeing it more and more in this league, how teams love to have athletes back there taking the snaps, guys who can throw it and move around and get yardage with their legs if needed. He's one of the best examples that we see out there right now. He can throw for hundreds of yards one week and then run for 100+ the next. He adds an extra dimension that really confounds defenses when he puts it all together.
Fields and the Bears now with a 1st and 10.
At their 38.
Here's Fields.
And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Cole Kmet, the intended receiver.
But it's going to be 2nd down.
That was a nice job defensively of disguising their coverage and making it difficult for the quarterback to lock in on a receiver, and it results in an incomplete pass.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10.
Out of the gun, Fields. This is Chase Claypool on the receiving end.
And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. It's a pickup of 10 and a Bears 1st down.
They sure put the coverage guys in a stress on that one. They thought they were going deep. Ends up curling inside for a nice chunk of yardage.
They'll run. This is Khalil Herbert.
And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage.
Stopped by the safety, Kyle Hamilton.
When you try to create space for your running back, the first thought is how physical is the offensive line. Sometimes it's just positioning. On that play, it didn't matter about positioning or being physical. The defensive front, they out-leveraged them and won the battle.
Another carry for Herbert on second down.
And across midfield he goes into Raven territory. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on third.
Back to throw, Fields.
A nice little juke. Past the 20. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
Well, you don't expect too many quarterbacks to be adept at breaking away from would-be tacklers, but this is uncommonly good right here as he's able to get away.
Yeah, and at the risk of sounding just a little bit trite, this is just a tackle that needs to be made. It's one thing when you've got a bruising 230-pound running back coming your way, but when it's a quarterback who's running for his life, your teammates will tell you, you've got to get him on the ground.
And you can see the distance traveled there after the initial contact on the next-gen stats.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And he's got his man in stride, complete. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down.
How about the timing on that one, where they were in sync, weren't they? 3-step drop, balls out of his hands, right to the tight end. Nice completion, just like they do it in practice.
From the 6 now on 2nd and 3. On 2nd down, a run with Herbert.
And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago.
Khalil Herbert.
A 6-yard touchdown run.
And the Bears get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon.
An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turned into his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose.
Santos able to tack on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away.
Taken from about the 12. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
Baltimore set to take over here for their 2nd possession of the game. And a 3-and-out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out with a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that first drive?
Sometimes it absolutely serves that way. You get a second opportunity. Nothing big happened. But then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go.
They'll start out here with the option left. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there.
Illegal blocking the ball. Offense.
So they'll go ahead and accept the penalty. Dobbins going to take the handoff on the option.
And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 12-yard line.
And there's Jaquan Brisker getting to him behind the line. Great play by the safety.
Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Jackson has got his man. It's Andrews. And out of bounds across the 15-yard line. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
Such a tough position to defend near the line, even when you add a second defender, but the big man shrugged off the extra body and made the play call a success.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. A well-designed corner blitz that gets him for a loss of 8 yards.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter, because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
The Ravens send their punter out now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Ooh, with a juke. And that'll be a return of 12 following a very nice punt. And it'll be a short field for the Bears as they take over 1st and 10. Chicago works their way back onto the field here for their second drive of the game. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. Now Fields. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Herbert down to about the 32. Justin Matabike there to bring him down. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Back in Chicago, ready for the second quarter. It's the Bears in possession. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. On 2nd and 7, Fields. And this will be caught by Mooney. And he's down into the red zone at the 16 after a gain of 16. 1st and 10. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. They'll toss it out right to Herbert. Oh, he shifts past him. He's down inside the 10 to the 8. And it comes on a gain of 8.
A lot of people call the toss a probing play to see what they can get against the defense, to see how they adjust and react. Their probing's working pretty well. That was a very nice run.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. They'll run it here. This is Deontay Foreman. Give him 2 yards. That sets him up 1st and goal.
But we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. But a lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
Now it's Fields.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears.
Chase Claypool
From 6 yards away.
And the Bears go up by 2 touchdowns. Another impressive drive, so they're 2 for 2, 2 touchdowns. Charles, a great start to this ball game for them.
And one of the words that's really worked its way into our lexicon is stacking. They've stacked momentum each time out, and not only on offense. Between those touchdowns, defense held, forced a punt to get the ball back, and they've played awfully well in this one. Both sides playing at optimum level.
Santos with the extra point, and it's now 14-0. A drive that time of 6 plays.
And it was finished off by the Chase Claypool touchdown catch.
After the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away.
From the 6. And he won't quite make it to the 25. And Baltimore's offense set for this next possession.
They're still in search of an initial 1st down as they come up here 1st and 10.
They'll start on the ground with Dobbins.
Takes it to the 26, just a 1-yard gain.
I think if they want to start getting back into this game, it behooves them to get better on 1st down.
Yeah, certainly not what they were looking for there out of the opening play of this drive. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Jackson going to look to run with it.
And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10.
Defensively, he has been a presence in their backfield in the 1st half. Had a sack earlier, and now he comes up with a big tackle for a loss.
Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains.
He finds his man, complete. That's Flowers.
And he will have a Ravens 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Yeah, these are the types of plays they're going to need to hit on if they're going to get back into this game. It hasn't been the greatest of 1st halves, but this is a nice throw here on 3rd down, and they keep the drive going.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Dobbins running out of the gun.
Shifts by him. And some room to roam now.
And good running there as he'll take this all the way up to midfield.
15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll go option to the short side.
And some solid footwork there as he'll take this down to about the 38.
Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down.
Well, he is certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there. Worked out well.
And how about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over because it's almost like a ballet that has to be choreographed. But how about once he made the decision to go, he committed to it and went. Let's face it, most teams are going to defend the running back much more than the quarterback on that type of a play.
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be second down.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0.
Line of scrimmage, the 36 on 2nd and 8.
Here's Jackson to throw.
That's complete. It's Rashad Bateman.
And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 23. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Throwing on first down, it's Jackson.
On the throw led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
What would look like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Now it's Jackson. Looking left side, Andrews with it complete. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10.
Jackson to Andrews on that one. First down, Baltimore.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball. And what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
Jackson.
They set up the screen for Dobbins.
And here he'll get it down to the 7. They'll get 4 there out of the screen, and it's second down.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed. But all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
2nd and 6 with the ball on the 7.
Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
Let's do it. Let's go for the sale. What we got to do before the storm, baby.
Coming up on a 2nd and 6.
Again, Jackson.
Targeting Dobbins again, and he's got it again.
Now another timeout called for by the offense as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
Jackson looking to throw on 3rd. And in for the Ravens touchdown.
Lamar Jackson hooking up with Mark Andrews. And the Ravens are on the board here in the final minute of the first half.
The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take it to the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed. A lot of football. Full half to be played. Tucker with the extra point, and that'll make our score 14-7. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
This is taken just shy of the 10. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. But the Bears going to take over now late in this first half. And with a 7-point lead, they'll likely look to take this to the locker room and not really press the issue.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Fields.
And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
To throw again on 2nd down. Fields dropping this underneath with Herbert. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half.
On 1st down, it's Fields. That's complete right side to Kmet. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
I'm wondering if the same thing went through your mind as mine. When I see a big man like that make a catch, all I keep thinking to myself is, big man with football. Look out, everyone. He may not juke you a whole lot, right? He may not run past you because of his size. You're talking about a guy weighing in the 270 range. But, boy, once he gets his mitts on the ball, he's going to be tough to bring down.
And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. And I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1.
Fields throwing again. They'll set up the screen to Herbert.
Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. And this kick is not going to be close. It's well short, well right to boot. And okay, so much for our halftime break. Apparently we're going to get right back to it. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. Set to resume. Here we go with the second half. The Bears holding the lead and ready to receive the kick.
Taken in at the 3. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Now the Bears offense set to go to begin the third quarter. Man, I just love being in this stadium. So much history, tradition, so many great teams and games, and we're seeing a pretty good one right now, hotly contested in the third quarter. He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4, second down.
In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin too.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Herbert once more.
A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Fields on third down.
And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete. Certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his 2nd incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, but a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And the fair catch is made at about the 27-yard line. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And the Ravens, they'll take over.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's be perfect. Who's going to make a play, baby? Time's ready to get it on right now. Let's do it. This is the call before the...
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
And they'll run the option to start the drive.
And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for 2nd down.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts, because he definitely needs some assistance.
So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Now Jackson. Incomplete. Another incompletion with that one. He's just 7 of 14 throwing the football. 50%. Typically not going to get it done, is it?
And let's just make it simple. And that's exactly why they trail.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Jackson. And that is incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts. This time on 3rd down.
The Ravens send their punter out now as he'll come on to kick this one away. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. We'll call that a 47-yard punt, a return of just 3.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
Onto the field now come the Bears. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
Fields and the Bears now with a 1st and 10.
Just shy of the 30.
Starting on the ground with Herbert.
Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
A play fake, now Fields to throw.
Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes in bounds. They'll give him 4 yards there, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and of course, foot dragging.
Little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
A shotgun snap, Fields.
And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
Here comes the Bears punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. A 40-yard punt, no return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 22. They'll try and start this drive in the air. He finds now a loose football. The ball comes out, and this is picked up by the Bears. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. A lot of talk this week about ball security. In fact, they added an extra period in practice to be more secure with the ball. It didn't work out there.
Well, sometimes you just get overexcited during the game. You may all of a sudden make your catch, see some open field, and decide you're going for it, and not realizing that danger lurks while you're doing so. And there's your end result right there.
Let's be smart. Let's play a little aggressive. They can't stop you, baby.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Here's a give to Herbert. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. Now Foreman. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down. In danger of squandering their great field position as they come up on a 3rd and 7. Here's Fields. And this play going to be stopped in its tracks at the 32, and obviously well short of the 1st down. Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to 4th down.
Like any team playing, they're looking for touchdowns to try and help their cause. But in this case, he does get them a little closer at least if they think a field goal turns out to be the better call here.
No, Fields is off, and on comes Cairo Santos for the Chicago field goal.
This is a 49-yard attempt, right hash. This has neither the distance nor the accuracy. It's no good, and this will remain a 1-touchdown game.
Those are the kicks that you worry you might have to confront again in the end. You had a chance to go up by 2 scores here in the 3rd quarter, but your kicker can't convert.
And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys, they're tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. The drive will start with an option going left. Solid move, but he's corralled just beyond the 40. 2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's second down.
Typically on the read option play, when we talk about responsibilities, we're talking about what the quarterback has to go through. How about the inside linebacker, though? His job on this play, shadow the quarterback and hold him to a short gain. Did it to perfection.
From the 41, Jackson. Throw right side is complete to Andrews, his tight end. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And this will wind up being a 3rd and 3.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
And they'll accept that penalty.
Still 3rd down.
And the delay of game penalty makes this much more difficult. 3rd and 8. Jackson from the shotgun. He finds his man, complete. It's Flowers. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 right at the 40. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now at Soldier Field. It's the Ravens with possession of the football, but trailing on the big board as we get set for the 4th. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. This run defense has been pretty stout all game long. Now you're here in the 4th quarter. Just rely more on the passing attack.
I don't think you have any choice, and I don't think you have to dress it up at all either. Throughout the first 3 quarters, you're still trying to convince the defense that you may run the football. That's out the window right now. Protect, let your quarterback operate, and try and find some targets in the open field downfield.
Jackson finding his tight end Andrews for the Ravens first down.
This defense has certainly had an outstanding second half, haven't they? I know they just gave up a first down there, and for the offense, they're hoping that that's something that they can jumpstart with and maybe start to move the ball a little bit better. But it's been tough sledding for them here the entire second half.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Jackson.
And he'll go right back to Andrews. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw.
He finds Bateman over the middle.
And he'll get 7 yards from the 17 to the 10 before he's taken down.
facing a 2nd and 3. Ball on the 10. They'll run up the gut with Dobbins.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown.
J.K. Dobbins.
A 10-yard touchdown run.
And the Ravens are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th. We are set up for a fantastic finish now. A 4th-quarter touchdown here. We're an extra point away from a tie football game.
And I know they're thinking about possibly going for 2, but I'd go ahead and kick this one and just get it back to level.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away.
From the 10.
Well, now how about this return? Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field.
They no longer have the lead after that last touchdown. All tied up in the 4th quarter. And a chance for this offense to mount a potential game-winning drive right here. Fields and the Bears now with a 1st and 10.
At their 38.
They'll start with the option.
And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line.
Illegal block in the back. Offense.
And that flag accepted. Now Fields. Over the middle, that's caught by Claypool.
Call it a gain of 12, but of course not a first down due to the previous penalty. A good gain on first has him set up with 2nd and just a couple of inches now from the 29.
Back to throw. Fields.
To the sideline, and oh, that's well done. Able to drag the feet. He's going to have the first down. This will wind up a loss on the play. And 3rd and 1 now.
Now it's Fields. And this will be caught by Mooney. And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
But whenever you call and run the hitch route, a lot of times that ball's got to be in the air before the receiver even turns around. That's the result of throwing it so many times in practice. Is really a timing route. Make sure that ball's out of your hands, and oftentimes the receiver turns around, and there's the ball. Nice completion there.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10.
A handoff for Herbert.
And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. In on the stop, the former Georgia Bulldog, Roquan Smith. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
Well, he's had success running the football in this one. Yeah, that's undeniable, but that time the defense was on to it.
And, partner, I think the more you see a play like this, the more they're able to diagnose it quicker and easier for them to defend it. I think you have to dress it up a little bit and show maybe some different formations and looks.
Let's go now. Let's go.
Big 3rd down, a field goal from this spot, 57 yards as they hope to move it a little closer.
Here's Fields.
He's going to look deep for more. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
This has certainly been a physical game so far. Limited scoring opportunities for both sides. And there's another chance that goes unfulfilled.
So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This for the lead in the final stages. And this one will not get there. It's off to the left anyway. It's no good, and a costly one there as this game remains tied here in the 4th.
What a tough spot to miss a kick. Just an absolute letdown.
Look, they got themselves in the field goal range, gave them a chance to take the lead. They come up empty, and now you wonder, will their offense ever see the football again?
Yeah, because on the other side, one through the post, and this thing could be over.
Baltimore with good starting field position as they come up 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47.
The drive,
and now the ball's out, fumble near midfield, and this is picked up by the Bears. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. They've got it 1st and 10 as they search for a go-ahead score.
here's Fields.
Looking left side, that's caught by Moore. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That's good for 28 yards.
And this is obviously a spot where you lean on your stars. Get the ball to them in open space and let them do what they do.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. This is Herbert.
And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
They'll go again with Herbert.
And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Who's going to make a play?
On 3rd down, Herbert.
Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout as it comes with 1:04 left to go in the game.
Let's go, man. Let's go to work.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This for the lead in the final stages. Santos' kick is up and through. And with a little over a minute to play, they have taken the lead. Big kick right there to give them the lead in the fourth, but there is still time left for a final drive.
Did they score too soon? Post-game will tell us, right? Depending on what happens on this drive, that's how we'll analyze it. If the other team scores, they scored too soon. If they somehow hold on, they managed the clock exactly right.
After the made field goal, Santos back out there to kick it away.
This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21.
Jackson and the Ravens, here they come. Down 17-14, 57 seconds to go. They need, at minimum, 3 points out of this as they come up 1st and 10.
Now Jackson. Dobbins with it.
And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down. Counting down to 30 seconds remaining.
Jackson to throw. Targeting Dobbins again, and he's got it again. At 5 yards, not going to cut it here. That clock continues to run.
It'll be a gain of 5, and it'll be 2nd down. Well, I'm no coach, but there's just not time right now for throws that short.
Yeah, sometimes you can't just take what the defense gives you. As Coach Madden liked to say, sometimes you have to take what you want.
One last shot for Jackson.
A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete. And a fun, close ball game comes to an end. On that last play, Charles, they were on the wrong side of midfield. They needed something near a miracle, and they couldn't get it done.
Yeah, the effort, that was good. Very good, in fact. They were just a little too far out to get a decent look at the end zone for that last opportunity. Couldn't get it done, but a nice game overall.